okay? But I work for a real estate law firm, been there 11 years, and this is all I do on a daily basis. And St. Johns County is my home. My kids went to St. Johns County schools, and so really glad to be here. I was given this opportunity to be a part of this, and I'm part of it. Now I want to turn it over to Stephanie Sorensen. So she is the owner and the visionary behind this entire concept. I want her to describe a little bit more about her vision for this project in total, and then we can go into more of that, the design boards and things like that as we go through this.
All right, thanks, Fred. I'll just do the icebreaker. For those little ones, those are my nieces and nephews, all 5 of them. Everybody raise your hands, say hi. I really want the gym. That's my sister, Brittany. She lives in Burn Iron, so I come from a lineage of entrepreneurs. I went to high school here, and I went to middle school right down the road, Swiss Point. So the irony of this project, by this board, this was my middle school, and this was my high school. So this project is very near and dear to my heart. Moved back during COVID to be closer to my family, and lived in Atlanta for about 8 years. When I came back, I had to use Waze because, you guys know, being here and all the construction, but I always loved the part about St. Johns County. It was very family friendly. I don't know how long they're gonna last. Give them 20 minutes. But like preserving the beauty and the nature of everything. So when this project came about, Lash, or a landscape architect is, who did my parents' house, can't see anything from the road, which was important to me because I don't want to just completely clear out the land. I see what you guys see because I live in Rivertown, and it's like you just go and bulldoze everything. And I don't want that. I want privacy, I want community, and I want culture. That's my whole background. And so when I came back here, I told my sister, I said, where do people kind of go for like a nice gym where you can train, kids can train, you have the elderly can train? Didn't have an answer. And so a couple years later, came into this land and I was like, I have the perfect vision. 2010, I wrote a business plan on an airplane, and it's 2025, 15 years later, I get to bring it to my hometown. And currently right now I'm working for ESPN as a sports broadcaster, and I'm willing to walk away from that so that I can bring this to the community. Many of you might be like, we have gyms in all the communities. What if COVID taught me anything? That we need to talk to each other. We need to set our phone down for an hour. We need to go on walks. We need to be in the sun. We need community. And God, there's a lot of kids out here that train. And I would love to be somebody that they can come to. And if they're playing sports, get better at their training for their sport. There's a lot of opportunity for everybody. And I think that's where like you guys are like, what is all this stuff? It's for everyone. It's for my nephew who's 7, who's doing football right now, so he can come in there and do some training outdoor. Because working in sports broadcasting, I've learned that a lot of athletes now train barefoot, prevents injuries. That's something that we can implement here that you're not going to get at a big gym that doesn't care, it's not community based. You guys, like I live here, I'm with you guys, so I'm excited. Thank you for your interest. I'm sure there's a lot of questions. I have traveled everywhere, East Coast, West Coast, from Arizona, the most expensive gym, to Tupelo, Mississippi, to see what works and what doesn't. And I would never do anything here if I didn't think it would benefit the community. Because I'm born and raised, and I came back to make a positive impact. So hope you guys will be open-minded to the project. Briefly, I will touch on Dark Horse. I didn't get into broadcasting school. Fun. I've been doing it for 10 years, and I walked on at UF after I was told I would never play, and then graduated as team captain. So, done some things in my life where getting into TV, if you guys watch sports, they ask you, who's the dark horse in this tournament, or whatever. I was like, man, it seems so fitting, like my life, I've kind of been a dark horse along the way. So it fit the gym, and I'd love to celebrate people, this image right here of Serena Williams, dark horse for me. MJ didn't make his varsity team. So it's kind of an homage to people who were doubted, and I think it's different. It's not your average gym, and I think the impact will be tremendous. To me, it's life-changing. So, is that good?
That is great.
Okay.